It's Infinity N5 week, and we have 3 Operation Sandtrap Battle Packs to be won. We will choose 3 winners, one from the comments on our YouTube videos, one from the comments on OnTableTop.com, and one from our Cult of Games members, so you guys get an extra chance to win.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm joined once again by Carlos and Killian to talk all things N5 and Operation Sandtrap. And right now we're going to be taking a look at the Kestrel Force Sandtrap.
Yeah, Kestrel Force Colonial, KFC, Kestrel Colonial Force. Hello everyone, I'm glad to be here on OnTableTop. Let's take a look at the unit profiles. And remember, what you're getting here is Killian's full reaction to them. He has not seen the profiles in his whole extension, in his whole M5 glory. So his feedback is more valuable than mine even. So here we go.
Okay.
Fennec Fusiliers, land infantry. These are like Fusiliers, but they have desert terrain, BS 12, willpower 12. Sorry.
That's the Pano tax, unfortunately, yeah.
Arm 0, as usual, a big tag here. This might differ from the final profile release in the moment the army updates. If the developers panic during the meantime, well, this video is being recorded and published and finally the final thing being made. But this is pretty much the most official thing we can give you right now, and it's pretty much going to be the final thing. So moving on, Beta. Oh my God, Beta! They're changing the attribute. It's the end of the game.
So why did they change Vita from wounds to Vita?
Because wounds was already the marker. Beta was vitality. There was confusion and collision. Then the main idea is to avoid having 2 different things having the same name. Like, for example, in M5, veteran is going to change to warhorse.
Warhorse?
Yeah.
Warhorse.
In Spanish, veterano is going to change to fogueado. Is to avoid confusion with the veteran troops line that is in certain units, because people were thinking, I have veteran because my unit is veteran, says over there. So changing everything to avoid any collusion of words.
So his wound is now Vita?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing else. There's no change to structure.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on, we have Combi Rifle, HMG, missile launcher, so machine gun with light rocket launcher.
Yep.
We have a slot there with triangulated fire, mine layer, and thunderbolt.
That's useful. That reminds me, yes, that reminds me of the older Continental profile of the
and zero WC. Zero WC. So that's for 14 points. That's very useful.
Really good. Yeah.
Slot over there. Then we have Conlink +1, so reinforcements are into M5. Specialist operative, 0 SWC, 12 points.
They're cheap. They're cheap. Really
and they're
good.
a specialist.
So now with willpower 12, obviously, just bear that in mind, but it's still a specialist. So
we have the hacker loadout with some machine gun emitter and fast panda. That's something.
These guys are really reminding me of the Continental regulars, and I'm happy about that because, yeah, the fast panda and the hacker was really good with them.
For half SWC and 16 points. We have the Indigo Infinity Spec Op profile, 11 points. We have Forward Observer with Flash Pulse and Disco Baller, a new thing.
Disco Baller?
Disco Baller, yeah.
All right, party on the battlefield, let's go.
Yeah. Also Paramedic with Medikit, of course, 12 points. And Lieutenant Option 0 WC, 10 points. That's the Fennec Fusiliers, your backbone of your Kestrel Colonial Force army for your regular light infantry, providing orders and doing funny stuff because you have a few loadouts there that are totally designed to bring the joy into the battlefield.
Yes, because so what these guys remind me of are Continental regulars who are like my favorite army of Pano because they had those specialists like the hacker with the fast pandas was incredibly useful, boosting the hacker area. The mine layer ability as well on the guy with triangulated fire and the thunderbolt, which I think is like a 2-shot HMG like weapon. It's not quite as good. Disposable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the HMG below, above 32 inches goes into -3, -6. This one has a huge 0 zone. So has a lot of range, but it's low burst. But here we have +1 burst. So there you go, burst 3. 0 SWC.
Really good.
And we're talking about Pano. So people was complaining about Pano loses all this power when they lose all their SWC weaponry. Okay, fine, like everybody else. No, but no, they wanted zero SWC weapons with long range.
Yep.
Now there's it. Thunderbolt. Okay. I hope Yuqing also gets Thunderbolt somewhere. I mean,
so these like are Fusiliers, but these are more like toolbox Fusiliers. They've got the ability to basically line troops, but all those toolbox troops make them a lot more versatile, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Which is always important whenever you're putting together any force at all.
Yes, exactly.
This is an interesting looking.
Banshees.
Yeah, the Banshees. This is the new combat jam parachutism troop. Is incredibly cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so medium infantry for 4, close combat 15, BS 12, PH 12, willpower 13, arm 2, BTS 3, beta 1. Okay, fine. Parachutism, if you want to appear on the side of the table, combat jab, super jam with jet propulsion.
What does jet propulsion mean, Carlos?
Jet propulsion is that when you're jumping, when you super jump or a jump, you're going from position A to position B. Jet propulsion allows you to go whoa and go back to position A. So correct the path of the jump because they have like jet propulsion. Yeah,
okay.
It's a kickback on your jump.
Okay, gonna have to see this in action to understand it, I think. But
well, you know that people, especially competitive players, especially in the competitive scene, they do all kinds of shenanigans, and they were trying to make super jump work in crazy ways. A jump is a jump. This guy has jet propulsion. Also, this will apply to flying units in the future. We're talking about drones. We were talking about strange ways of paths of movement for units. But it's a 4-4 unit, so it's not a crazy jump.
Okay.
But allows them to perform in that kind of way. Also, multi-space advisor level 1 because everybody has in Kestrel, everybody has a visor. You open a pack of chips in Planet Shinju for Pano, and there's a visor there. You can use it.
Okay.
Apart from that, if we take a look at the loadouts, we'll see the cost is 19 points with light shotgun. Pulsar +1, decharges, 19 points.
That's really cheap. Yeah.
Really cheap.
Especially with somebody with decharges and super jump. That's pretty good on a combat jump.
Can also apply make some missions. So machine gun pulsar +1 burst, decharges, wild parrots.
Ah,
22
nice.
points.
That's really good.
Okay, then hacker loadout with the same weaponry, no wild parrot here, 0.5 SWC, 25 points, and with killer hacker device, 23 points. So very affordable unit.
That killer hacker is good because dropping down with a submachine gun and a pulsar +1 burst mean you're good at close range, and then you can use the hacking device. Granted, willpower 13, so not fantastic, but still better than willpower 12. Decent, good combat hacker there, especially because you can drop them in, and because I think the jet propulsion might make them a lot more speedy as well. Actually, come to think of it.
Maneuverable.
It's super jump, really. I mean,
so it's just super jump.
Can get into a rooftop or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that could be a quite effective unit, actually. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Yeah, the community will speak. Infinity is a game that has been shaped by the community and the tournament scene, and we apply the knowledge and the feedback from the community into the stuff. Will the Banshee be a unit because of the combination of skills and cost? I will say so, but depends on the people who play Kestrel efficiently and goes with it and decides what is better for you. Depends on your play style. Infinity allows a lot of creativity, let's say it.
Yeah.
So moving on, Black Air, medium infantry, elite troop, absolutely elite.
Yes.
Okay, movement 4-4, close combat 17, BS 13. We're moving to the range of efficient ballistic skill. PA's 11, willpower 13, arm 2, BTS 3, beta 1. Okay. Skills, mimetism -3 because mimetism now counts.
That's always good.
Yeah. Combat instinct, which is immunity to surprise attacks. Okay.
So like Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but Sixth Sense in M5 has a split into 2 different abilities. So now combat instinct is the half of Sixth Sense that makes you immune to surprise attacks from BS from enemies that pop up.
Okay.
Yeah. Willpower 13, I would say that.
Yeah.
Number two
for linked teams, obviously.
So this guy makes fire teams, and if the spearhead of the fire team falls down, the marker goes immediately to number 2, and the fire team is not broken. Multi-spell traversor level 2 visors are on
everywhere
sale now. Yeah. And terrain total, So let's take a look at the loadouts because they are incredible. Black Air FTO hacker with hacker device. So machine gun nanopulsar dischargers, 0.5 SWC, 20. Sorry, is that a 26?
That's 26 points. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Black Air FTO, forward observer, K1
marksman rifle.
Nanopulsar flash pulse, 0 0.5 SWC, 31 points.
With MSV2, that's pretty good.
Now is when we get crazy. Black Air FTO, so can be part of a fireteam with neurokinetics,
and a multi-sniper rifle.
Nanopulsar also, why not? 1.5, 33.
Oh, that's really good.
So neurokinetics with multi-visor level 2 inside of the fireteam with number 2. So guess what? I mean, Sin Eater has now become. It's out of the building right now. It's like he got the ball and got out of the building. Like,
that's a tasty profile for AROs, definitely.
That's a nightmare.
I mean, what's that last one?
A hacker with killer hacker device with parachutism deployment zone. So machine gun flash pulse with +1 burst. Why not? The charges. 0 WC, 31 points.
That is incredible. Your parachutist deployment zone.
Yep.
With submachine gun, flash pulse, +1 burst, decharges. That is nasty.
I am sorry for the beginner players that might be attracted to M5 and have to watch this video because we can see all of us getting crazy because we're talking a sophisticated unit profile that has a lot of meaning for veteran players.
That last profile is like comes into your deployment zone and ruins your day because nothing is safe for that MSV2.
Okay, the Black Air is not a unit for you beginner players. You will get that after going through the essentials.
31 points.
Allow me to teach the game through videos, okay, going by one, and then you will reach to the Black Air and can pull your hair out of your head because of how scandalous this profile is. Okay, moving on. Good. We get to something tasty. Scarecrows, the best design of the Kestrel Colonial Force in this box, in my opinion, because it's still pano, but looks really, really, really nasty. Scarecrows active recon group, 4-4, close combat 15, PS13.
Yep,
and this is, we're talking about a skirmisher here, but PS13 is pano, PS all around. PS12, willpower 13, R1, BTS3, Beta 1. Surprise attack -3, camouflage, hidden deployment, infiltration, mimetism -6, stealth, terrain total. The combination of skills that back in the day was Tio Camo.
Yeah, now split up into different things.
But since M4, we spread the butter through the so people can be aware of what an actual skill has because there were a lot of nested skills.
I'm looking at the profiles now. That first one, boarding shotgun, decharges and deployable repeater on a hidden deployment troop.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
With silence pistol, that is this new fancy pistol that allows to shoot from the back with an additional -6 to any kind of dodge from zone of control.
Is that on top of the -3 that normal?
Yeah. So
-9? -9?
Yeah, but if you are dumb enough to shoot from inside the zone of control, just a few steps away, it will be not having the +3, but you're shooting with no reaction from the other guy.
Holy crap.
It's just a shot. It's just one single shot. It's a disposable weapon after 2 uses, so it's your lucky shot.
Okay, but -9 though in the dodge, that's
the scandalous thing is that the guy is just 26 points.
That's really cheap.
But you have to consider that the cost of the shotguns has dropped down since now they are terminal template instead of direct template. That makes them cheaper.
Okay.
We have the hacker loadout here with some machine gun nanopulsar decharges, 0.5 SWC, 29 points.
Typical sort of good forward deployed hacker.
And now we have the killer hacker device with nanopulsar, 27 points, 0 SWC.
Yep, really good.
We have the mine layer, which some people is totally addicted to mine layers, and I can understand that. Boarding shotgun nanopulsar decharges, AP mines with possibility of survival 6. For 0.5 and 27 points.
Oh man, these remind me of the Nagas and the Contesamento because they were really good, but they didn't have the full camouflage and hidden deployment that these guys do. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice profile.
Point there. I like when you totally reference a unit profile that doesn't pop up in my head. That means that someone is so much into Infinity. And finally, the loadout that you will use when the points does not reach for everything because the guy is for our server, so can make specialist missions. So machine gun and pulsar decharges flash pulse, and just 25 points.
Yeah.
So whenever you don't have enough points, you drop down from the killer hacker device to forward observer, and that's it.
Don't ever forget that a submachine gun out of a hidden deployment state with surprise attack will just take things apart. It just rips them to bits, especially because he's also got a nanopulsar as well for the template.
Well, submachine guns are no longer AP.
Oh,
okay, in M5. So
okay.
We're cutting power. We're cutting power
Okay.
for everything. Okay, so that's why everything is cheaper. So it fits the list better. Okay.
The good CB giveth, but the good CB they take it away.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's still filth.
Let's see what's next.
Double tapping somebody in the back of the head.
Yeah,
That's filth.
Griffin Troops.
Finally, the Griffin Troops, which is pretty much an easy peasy unit to think about. 6'2", close combat 16, BS 14. That's it.
That's the panel.
Willpower 12. Arm 4, BTS 6, decent. Beta 2. That's the thing.
So these guys are much like orcs then?
Yeah,
Like orcs?
pretty much orcs.
Yeah.
Like the Fennec are Fusiliers and the Griffin are orcs, and then we'll take a look and we notice something different. Terrain desert, okay, immunity shock, jump 8 inches. So there's a guy who can jump 8 inches. The guy is a 6'2" meters.
Yeah, with a jump of 6.
Yeah, so
and an MSV1 as well.
MSVs in Kestrel are like
like candy.
Yeah, and finally multi-rifle and pulsar, 31 points. HMG and pulsar, 1.538. Feuerbach and pulsar,
yeah, that's a good profile right there. On a very solid platform. Yeah, really good.
And Lieutenant HMG and pulsar, 137. This guy can make fire teams, and this guy counts as a Fennec Fusilier in fire teams.
Nice.
So that's nice.
Okay. So these are all the troops for Kestrel Force Colonial.
Yeah.
Which is KFC.
Well, it's Kestrel Colonial Force, but the joke is official now. It's canon.
Yeah.
It's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay. Can they be led by a colonel?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay,
that's a Dire Foes character.
That's a Dire Foes character.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, or Sandors.
Or Sandors,
we changed a letter, you know.
Okay, that'll be good.
Be interesting seeing what secret blend of herbs and spices they use.
Yes.
That's a new skill.
I call this the bargain bucket list. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Fascinating to see where they go to as well and how people approach them. Obviously, a very fast-moving force.
Oh yeah.
But so much in the way of stealth in there as well.
Shades of a Contasamento in here, which is great because that was fantastic, and I see their DNA in a lot of those troops. So I'm very happy with that. Definitely.
In fact, the whole list for Sandtrap is 150 points. So
on the dot?
Yeah, for the demo game, it fits very well 150 points. So that's 150 shades of acontecimiento for you. Thank you so much.
Well, there you go, folks. Hopefully that's whet your appetite for what the KFC force will do. And let us know what you think of them below. We're going to move on, and we'll see you in the next video.
It's Infinity N5 week, and we have 3 Operation Sandtrap Battle Packs to be won. We will choose 3 winners, 1 from the comments on our YouTube videos, 1 from the comments on OnTableTop.com, and 1 from our Cult of Games members, so you guys get an extra chance to win.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and while you're at it, why not hit subscribe, and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it, go on.